first start of the season, and the alternator seized. Not a happy alternator by any means. But the battery light's off and it's charging the battery. So it's not gonna last forever. It did last all last summer. It did something similar to that last spring. And then I put a belt on it and did the same thing. That belt doesn't have much left in it, so the next goal is to go pick up a belt from the parts store. But I'm gonna let it run for a bit. It'll probably quiet down, actually. Like last year it quieted down and I drove all summer with it. So we'll see what happens. If I don't have to change that alternator, I won't, but I'm probably gonna get the parts just in case it does finally give out. But I find it amazing that it just fires right up and runs so good still. Aside from obviously burning the belt off the damn thing. As you can probably see, the AC condenser is definitely worse for wear on this car. Never had the rad out of it, but the condenser years ago, I think it came with a big dent in it. And then over the years, it got dented more, and I don't know how. And it did hold AC for a little bit, but there's a leak in the evaporator. I believe it's the evaporator down there. So there was one of these at the local scrapyard last year, I think. And somebody pulled the motor out of it and took the trans out of it, which realistically, I got there the first day it was there. I should have taken the trans out of it for a spare. But it came back a few days later and somebody had the motor and trans out of it. And luckily, they cut all the AC stuff kind of like up here on both sides. So the condenser was just kind of sitting there. So I paid like 20 bucks for a condenser. So I'm going to get this one out of here because even if that doesn't leak, I have it, so I'll replace it. And I need to get that headlight out. I'm probably gonna pull the crash bar off. I'm gonna get in there as much as I can underneath the battery tray and everything. Because years ago when I tried to fix that evap coat or evap canister, I tried to put an O-ring on it and it still leaked. But it's really hard to even see down there, so I'm probably gonna just replace the whole thing if I can. Plus, as you could probably see, I need to redo the wiring. I had an issue really late last year. And I don't remember what it was. I think one of the connectors is bad or one of the wires had a fray in it. And all I had was electrical tape. I literally, it's the middle of the night and I just wanted to get my headlights working. And again, it sat all winter and I never fixed it. So we'll fix it now while we're at it. But pulling the headlights out would be a lot easier to fix all that wiring. So that's one of the reasons why I just want to pull the whole front end off this car. It's been years since it's been down to this point. This is the kind of things you do on the side of the road. There's supposed to be a spacer in here, and since it fell out and got completely like tarnished on the side of the road, I ended up putting 2 zip ties around it and then putting the clip on it. This actually held in there. I think I still drove like this for probably the last like month or so it was on the road. I just find this amazing that this is still holding in there with just basically duct tape and twisted together and zip ties with spacers. I didn't even, there wasn't even enough room to cut the zip ties off. I just crammed it all in there and put the clip on it and it held. So yeah, I'm not proud of it, but at the same time though, I'm kind of proud that it survived that long. I made a decision since I snapped the top bolt on the AC condenser and I gotta undo these ones. I don't want to snap the bolt in the AC condenser that I want to keep, so I'm gonna try to heat these, which means I will have to do it later. Plus it's dark out right now. Back to the heat. I'm gonna let that heat up for a little while. I've been spraying it for a couple days off and on while I've been doing other things, so really hope none of these bolts snap in this condenser so I can actually use this condenser. I got new O-rings, so it doesn't matter if I melt the O-rings out of it. I'm gonna anti-seize them just so if I do ever have to have it apart again, I don't have to worry about it. And then CarQuest wanted $3 for an O-ring, and I didn't even know which size I needed at the time because I hadn't got it apart because I didn't want to like break it, so I decided to let it sit for a little bit longer. But this whole kit on Amazon is only 25 bucks, so they want $6 for 2 of them. I might as well just pay the extra like 20 bucks or whatever, just get a million of them, and I'll never have to go looking for O-rings anymore. And it even comes with little picks to get the O-rings out. So now all we gotta do is just take these O-rings out, find out what sizes we need out of that kit, put it back together. There, got it. Hopefully it seals. Side by side, you can really tell the difference. These headlights didn't look that bad, but I knew that they were getting bad. But this is how much better they look. I usually do this every once in a while, like every spring almost. This side's not as perfect, but she was pretty damaged. Back when I got these were in pretty rough shape. There's little scuffs that I think are on the inside, but it looks 100 times better than what it did before. So it's a couple days later. I was gonna rebuy these bulbs that have the pieces on it, and then I can run the adapter. But I came up with these ones. These ones, the piece actually stays completely on it, but it's also a dome light LED. So I thought I'll try that for the sake of just trying something else. So I'll see what these are like. If they're crap, then they're crap, but I basically just wanted the bases, and they were on sale. I think they were on sale regularly like 60 bucks, and they were like 40 or something. So you basically take these off, put on these little adapters. They're off of Honda Accords. I can put all this stuff as a link in the description. But Then you slide this guy on here. Now the clip should ride on these instead of on this little guy here. I don't know if you can see in there, but their clip is on. You can kind of see it on the edge there. I tried to move them over, but they kind of sit where they sit. Should be okay. But yeah, it's in there, it's tight. So put it all back together. I only unfortunately have one rubber piece to go over this, but I think it blocks the fan anyways. So I'm gonna have to build something to keep crap out of here. There's crap in the headlight already. Eventually I'll take these headlights apart or get a new set, but this works for now. I highly recommend not doing this, but when you're poor and it works, this is a way to get your alternator to kind of be happier. And this is a way faster way of doing it when you can get to it. Like new now. It's not too bad for eyeballing it. It's basically the same setup that I used to have, but just kind of made it more stiff with having the piece in it and everything. Problem is though, I did move it back a little bit, and these there's the ends of the nuts or end of the bolts there will probably make contact to the bumper when you're going down the highway and the wind's pushing on it. Let's just slide the blade in there and cut it off, and then just put something soft on the back of it. There we go. Doesn't look that bad. Looks kind of like how it used to when I did have it on last time. That's actually felt for, that goes between like a cap on a truck and the bed, so you can slide the cap on and off and not scratch the bed. I had some of it left over from my old S10, so it worked perfect for this. And yeah, even if it somehow did push that hard, it's just going to be basically just felt that touches it. That'll last for a while. Again, except for even the fog lights are working, but except for the high beams, neither high beam's working right now. Hopefully it's just a blown fuse. I will deal with it later. If I have to rip the headlights back out, I will, but I have a feeling I blew a fuse, probably from it sitting out in the rain. Water probably got one of the connectors or something. I don't know. It sat out here for so damn long, a lot longer than I expected it to, so I'm not super surprised. When I get the car out of the way and could open the passenger door a little more, I'll check the fuses. The plate's on, bumper's on. I just gotta do some zip ties underneath for the splash shield, because I do keep the splash shields in this car since it's a daily driver. But yeah, now we just got to get it buttoned up with a couple of final things, service the brakes, get it back down on the ground finally. So if you have a vise with a seized slide, this is the easiest way to get them unseized. Just twist it in the vise and pull up on it. She's ugly. Oh, I had that orange crap in it, that's why. That's probably all I had way back when. There we go. That's much better. I'll admit this car is lacking on maintenance. I've kind of fallen behind on it. But this car hasn't been really the priority car that I've had for the last year or so. Since we got the Miata, we've just kind of been driving that more than anything. But I do want to kind of drive the Civic at least a little bit this year. Since, well, at least go back to daily driving it anyways. To driving to work every day and stuff, instead of driving the truck. Just quick sand on the rotors. They're not that bad, it's just from sitting. The inside's a little bit thinner than the outside, but that could be from it just the slides getting stuck or something on the pads. Probably last season for these though. I'll get new ones. They're just eBay ones. I've had them on the car for 6 years now, so I got my money's worth out of them. They're not warped or anything, so they're going right back on. Dirty and looks like it's been sitting for years, but finally back down on the ground. Now we just have a bunch of crap boxes to move to get it out of here. Well, there it is back down. I just need to torque the wheels and put the stupid spikes back on it. That fog light has a bad connection on the actual connector, so that kind of sucks. If I wiggle it, it cuts in and out. I kind of suspected it because it was a little dim for a while there, but definitely something wrong with the actual connector. So I'll have to pop the fog light off there and fix that at some point. Still don't have any high beams. I'm gonna look into that probably now, but this video is probably really long and just full of random crap. So I'll probably end it here. And then the next video, I'll probably have a bunch of like driving with it, and I want to recharge the AC obviously, so the next video we're going to recharge it and see if the fix actually fixed it. But for the sake of all that I probably have to edit on this video already, I'm going to kind of quit here. It's kind of like a part 1 of part 2 kind of thing, I guess, but whatever. That's mostly fixed and it's down. It's one of the better looking crap boxes that are back here. Also, I can't push that the rest of the way up the hill by myself, so I was probably going to have to pull it with the truck. Either way, she's down, it's running good. The alternator's not making a crazy howling noise anymore, so at least that made a difference. But yeah, stay tuned to see if that AC condenser worked out or what. If this is your first video though, there is a lot of other cars here, but I'm trying to make Ep3 content. It might be boring, it might be mostly just maintenance, but for right now, there's something at least. The skirts are gonna come off, I got another set for that. They're gonna be repainted, I'm gonna put new skirts on it. Want to fix the underglow for it or redo the underglow. A bunch of little things with it, but I really want to start driving this car again to work instead of driving the truck every day. Anyways, don't know where I'm at. Hopefully you stuck around for the whole video. Hopefully like, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment below. Comments go a long way because it helps with the videos. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. I'm not too worried about the high beams though. Should just be a fuse. Somehow both connectors got bent slightly over to the side on one side and are able to plug in without the pin sliding in. So as soon as I bend it straight and plug it in properly, high beams work. It's the first time I've ever had that happen, especially with both of them. So once I plug this one back in right, it'll work. That was the stupidest thing ever.